Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Digimon Tri. So this is an anime. I usually do not review anime on my channel, but I am a huge Digimon fan. I grew up with the show, loved the show ever since, and I really like the original cast, obviously the original Digimon show and Digimon Adventure 2. And now we have Digimon Tri. So I, of course, wanted to review this, and like I said, disclaimer, I like anime, I dabble in anime, but I usually do not read subbed anime. I usually wait until it's dubbed. But for Digimon, I really wanted to watch it right when it was released, and it was released November 20th on Crunchyroll, in two separate episodes. So I know in Japan, it's released in a movie. It's actually released in theaters, but here it is subbed on Crunchyroll, and it's episode 1 through 4. So that's what I'll be reviewing here. Also, another disclaimer is that, again, I grew up with the American show, so I might use some of the American names. Even though most of the names that they used in the American dub are very similar to the Japanese names, except one or two characters, like Matt and Izzy. I'm gonna call them Matt and Izzy. I know they are different in the Japanese version, but yeah, so I'm just gonna be using the American names because that's what I'm familiar with. But let's start talking about the 4 episodes. So the show opens up with we see that our teenagers, now they're teenagers, some are in high school, but you have Kari and TK, they're still in, it looks like junior high. But some of them are interacting with each other. Obviously Kari and Tai, they are brother and sister, so they're interacting with each other. You see that Sora, Matt, again that's the American name, but Sora, Matt, and Tai, they're friends, but you can tell it's a little strained, their relationship towards the beginning. But TK and Kari are still really good friends. Mimi's in America, and Joe's in another school. Izzy is in a little bit of a younger age than Sora, Matt, and Tai. So they're all kind of separated, still friends, still hanging out. But something you do notice is that they're not going to the digital world. They're not really hanging out with their Digimon. So it seems that they've been separated for some reason. They're just kind of having these separate worlds at this point. And now there's a new digital threat that's actually in the real world. We're seeing this portal open, and that we learn that these Digimon are infected, and we don't really know what they're infected by. And there's this other story of this government-type agency that knows about the Digidestined and need their help to try to figure out how to learn more about these affected Digimon. But this is also getting the world to not like Digimon. Because these Digimon are ruining the city. So that's something that's happening throughout these 4 episodes. And now Tai has to decide, what do I want to do? Do I still want to do this? Is it affecting the city too much? I feel responsible if people get hurt. I don't know if I want to do this. And Matt's like, well, we have to do this. This is our job, and no one else is there to do that. And we see that, you know, our crew, they rebond. Mimi comes to Japan. They rebond with their Digimon. And it takes most of the episodes to do that. And then we even meet a new Digidestined, and that's towards the 4th episode. So again, we definitely establish where the story's going. This is very much a part 1 of, I guess, the 6 movies we're going to see. So that's pretty much the premise of these 4 episodes. What did I think? Let's start talking about the animation first. Really love the animation. I like that we get to see our characters a little bit grown up, and I really like their style. Like Sora, you know, someone that's a bit more of a tomboy. I really liked her new outfits. It's still, you know, her kind of tomboyness, but it's, you know, she's growing up. It's a little bit more dressy. And the list goes on. Even like their school clothes looks kind of cool, and you can tell the different ages, like Kira and Kari. Sorry, I don't know why I said Kira. Kari and TK, they have the younger outfits, and then you have this like blue vest for the older kids. And Joe, who goes to a different school and is a year older, he obviously has a different outfit. So I really like the different outfits, and I really like this animation. I feel like it's more detailed and it's grown up, and that's kind of what I like about this show, is that I think Digimon Tri could have easily focused more on the newer kids that would watch the show. Because there's a lot of franchises that do that. Example, Power Rangers. You know, Power Rangers, every season, they don't really grow up with the audience. They stay and they try to target younger kids. I feel with Digimon, I feel like Digimon always had a bit more of a complex storyline than some of the other, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. Especially like Digimon the movie, and once we get more towards, I think, the real world and the 8th Digidestined. That's when we really get some intense storylines. But going from there, I think Tri does a really good job at not making it brainless fighting. There's a lot of good story here, and it has a lot to do with the character interactions, not with just each other, but the relationships they have with their Digimon, which I really, really like. And you can tell, like, when they come back together, it's cool that the Digimon are hanging out in the real world and, like, dressing up. Like, it still has that funness to Digimon, but it is still grown up. So you could be someone that grew up with the Digimon franchise, like, I'm 21, and I had a fun time watching this. It didn't feel dumbed down at all. It actually felt like a good continuous story for the people that grew up with the show. So I was really happy to see that. Another thing I was happy about is that they focused on the real world. I always like those stories more in Digimon where they're able to bring the Digimon into the real world. As much as I like the digital world stuff, it felt less grounded because they're in the digital world, they're not really in the society. Here, again, we're seeing our characters grow up and think about the city being destroyed. There's actually consequences with the things that we do. And we do have a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. And they even bring in the government, which I thought was cool. And actually one of the characters that is this government type guy is one of their teachers, which kind of connects it even more. So we're seeing that the world is not dumb about this. It's that they are noticing the Digimon. They know that the Digimon happened previously, these events have happened, they're coming back, and you see the world kind of forming an opinion on the Digimon. But what I also liked is that only some people know about the Digidestined. Maybe the way the media kind of told it way back when those movies happened, they don't know that there's these kids that are attached to these Digimon. But then the government does find out that, or at least some part of the government, it seems like, does find out that there are these Digidestined and they want to use them to try to figure this whole situation out. And also like a small scene where we see Tai and Kari's mother and she's all cool about the Digimon. It's like, hey guys, you're awesome, you want some food or whatever. So I really like that scene to show that the parents are acceptable about that also, because that was a big story in the previous Digimon series. So that actually leads me into another thing I really liked about the show that it didn't have to do. Digimon Tri works on its continuity. Even with Kari and TK's Digivices was actually from Digimon Adventure 2 and not their Digivices from Digimon Adventure 1. So I like that it actually stayed on continuity and remembered their storylines. Again, a lot of these type of shows want, you know, jumping on point type stuff, so they kind of forget their continuity. But here I think they really show their continuity really well. Which now leads me into the battles. How was the action in this show? I will say, again, a lot of this show has to do with character development, character interactions, and more of the real world. But what I liked is how they intertwined the battles. They felt more epic because it wasn't a battle every 5 minutes. Like, oh, here's a random Digimon fighting. Here's another random Digimon fighting. It was about 2 battles, 3 battles in these 4 episodes. And they had meaning. They actually meant something when they were battling, and that's the battles I enjoy. And I really like that. Hopefully they could continue as the show goes on to really have limited battles, but make them epic. And I think they did that really well here. I guess one complaint I do have is that I think they focused on like the main Digimon, like the bigger name Digimon, like Matt's Digimon and Agumon. They are the ones that had a little bit more action. I don't even think Kari's Digimon evolved at all, Gatomon. I didn't see that Digimon Digivolved. I didn't see that. So I would like to see the other Digimon have a little bit more to do. Like, it wasn't bad. They definitely had stuff to do. And pretty much everyone you got to see Digivolve and do something, but I do think they focused obviously on the 2 main a little bit more. I would like to see the other Digimon shine throughout the series. So overall, I thought this was a really, really good start. I don't think they pushed the other Digidestined because, like, oh, new show, we need a new Digidestined. I feel like it wasn't so obvious like they have done in previous seasons. I thought the pacing was really well done, and like I said, if you grew up with Digimon, it doesn't dumb down stuff. It actually does feel like an adult show, adult anime. So obviously it's not like an MA type thing, but it doesn't dumb down the stories. So Digimon Tri for me gets I would say a solid 4 stars. I thought it was really well done. Like I said, the animation's really well done, and I thought this was a good start to wherever they're going to go with Digimon Tri. So once there's new episodes do come out, I don't know when that date is. If you guys know, let me know. And if you have any other information on future Digimon Tri, please let me know. But I will definitely review them. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.